It's the dictionary. 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 It's the dictionary.
Hello, word nerds. Welcome to the dictionary. My name is Spencer, and I am reading you the dictionary and talking about it. For my sound effect today, I had a missed opportunity to do a goose sound in the previous episode, so I am definitely gonna do it in this episode because our first entry is the word goose. Now, it is not the goose that we had in the previous episode, which is, the bird. But this goose is the verb, not a bird, but a verb, from circa 1880. And it looks to be only transitive. Now let us remind ourselves. Let us remind ourselves that one of the definitions of the noun goose was a poke between the buttocks. And so here we go with the verb number one, to poke between the buttocks with an upward thrust. Oh, see, you just made it even better, more extreme. I don't know. You had to take it to that next level to go with the upward thrust of a poke between the buttocks. And isn't it so much fun to emphasize buttocks? Okay, so number two. To increase the activity, speed, power, intensity, or amount of. The synonym is spur. As in the example, an effort to goose newsstand sales. Their newsstand sales are not very good. You know, those newsstands that we see on the corners of New York in movies and TV shows. We see that all the time, and they're like, don't have very many sales. Look at me, I'm a New Yorker. What's going on with my newsstand sales? Everybody's got in their digital devices. They're just getting their newspapers and the magazines on their phones and their tablets, and nobody wants to buy a newsstand from me. What's wrong with me? I've been here for all these years. I'm a staple in the neighborhood. Look, you can get some hot dogs from that guy over there. People are still buying hot dogs. They still need to eat, but they don't need newspapers anymore. They don't need physical newspapers anymore. What's going on? I need to goose my sales. What can I do to goose my newsstand sales? I'm open to ideas. You give me some ideas. Maybe I should get on the social media and I should do that. Maybe I can post some fun reels of me like, hey, look at the newspaper. You can get the newspaper from me. I'm right here. Look, you're walking by me right now. What's going on? Why aren't you buying? Don't goose me. I don't need a poke between the buttocks with an upward thrust. No, I don't need that. No, thank you. Some people may like it, but I don't want one. So that's goose. And it's now, of course, time for a sound effect. And we're going to go honk, because that's a goose. Next is gooseberry. Some people say gooseberry. Goose. The British people also say gooseberry. Something like that. Noun from 1573. Number 1A. The acid, usually prickly fruit of any of several shrubs, grouped especially formerly in the saxifrage family, but now often placed in a separate family. Okay, so we have some stuff to dig into here. I think the saxifrage family also has the alto saxophone and the tenor saxophone, and you can't forget about the baritone and the bass saxophone, and also the gooseberry. Used to be formerly part of that family, and then the saxophones kicked him out. Okay, so let's backtrack. The genus name is Ribes or Ribes, probably Ribes, but especially Ribes hirtellum, that is of the U.S., and then also Ribes uva crispa, that is in Europe. And let's see, so formerly of the saxifrage family, now in their own separate family, which is called, Grossulariaceae. Grossulariaceae. Whoa. That is the gooseberry family. I think the scientists were like, you know what? These are kind of different from the other things in the saxifrage family. So we got to make their own family. Put all the gooseberries together It's a prickly fruit, but it's the acid usually prickly fruit. It seems like it should say the acid from the usually prickly fruit, but so I don't understand. But I guess it's got acid. 1B is a shrub bearing gooseberries. Bearing gooseberries. What do you do when I'm bearing gooseberries? I'm bearing them, and they got acid. I'm a goose-bearing shrub. Okay, number 2. The synonym is the second definition for the word currant. currant. Is it currant or current? I feel like it's current. Okay, that's it for the gooseberry. But why you calling it the gooseberry? Do the gooses eat it? I think we gotta look this up. Why is gooseberry? Sometimes you just say, why is gooseberry called gooseberry? Let's see. Gooseberries likely get their name from their traditional use in savory sauces for roast goose. Yeah, I guess you sometimes you want that bit of fruit, that bit of sweet in your savory dishes, and so they were like, this goes so well with the murdered geese. Let's call it the berry for the geese. Okay, honk. Next is goose bumps. Noun from 1933. A roughness of the skin produced by erection of its papillae, especially from cold, fear, or a sudden feeling of excitement. I would also say a sudden feeling of like, what? Like a creepy ghost story or something, maybe a true story. And that's like, I got the goosebumps. Look at what's happening over here. That's freaking me out, man. I think everybody has experienced goosebumps. There's another name for it, which is coming up real soon. But why are we calling them goosebumps? The other name also starts with goose. Why do we call them? I'm looking this up. Goosebumps. Hey, it filled it in for me. Raised bumps in human skin closely resemble the bumpy skin of a plucked goose. I mean, okay. Everything is related to hurting and maiming and hurting these animals. Here's the thing. I mean, there are other birds that get plucked for food. Chickens, for one, would be, I think, even more common than goose. Maybe not in the 1930s. I don't know. Probably especially in the 1930s. So, I mean, it could have been chicken bumps. It could have been duck bumps. There's a fun alliteration there with duck bumps. But are there other birds that when you pluck them have a plucked skin with the bumps? I don't know. I still think that goosebumps is odd. I mean, now it just sounds normal to me. Let's see. I don't know. There's probably more information, but yeah. So what happens? It's the part that is like holding the hairs gets raised up, especially when you're cold. And I think the whole purpose of that back in, for evolutionary purposes back in the day when we had a lot more hair, was it would raise it up to like give you like an extra coating of your fur when it got cold. And of course, when all of the monkeys, the apes were sitting around the campfire telling ghost stories, sometimes they would be like, look, I got goosebumps. I don't know how I can talk, but I can. Okay, that's goosebumps. And next is honk. Goose egg. 2 words. Noun from 1866. The synonyms are 0 and nothing, but especially a score of 0 in a game or contest. Say, oh, look at them. They're not doing so well. They're not on the board at all. They got a big old goose egg for their score because it looks like the egg looks like a 0. But again, why couldn't we have called it a chicken egg, a duck egg, a swan egg, an ostrich egg, a hummingbird egg? Why does it got to be goose? What were they? They were so infatuated with geeses. Gooses and geeses. Back in the day, everything was related about gooses. What else was related to gooses? Honk. Goosefish? All right, I have questions already. Goosefish is a noun from 1807. It is any of a family of pediculate fishes with a large flattened head, a fringe of flaps along each side of the lower jaw. I want a fringe of flaps. So that the fringe of flaps are along each side of the lower jaw, head, and body, and a long stalk on the head with a flap of flesh at the tip for attracting prey, especially the synonym monkfish. All right, well, we got to look up a goosefish. Now, my guess about the naming is that the long thing, the long stalk was similar to the goose neck, maybe, which again I think should have been a swan neck. This is quite a fish. Oh, this is a fish. This is a freaky looking monster fish, and I love it. I should post a picture on the social media at dictionarypod of a goosefish. Wow, where do I even begin? It's got a huge mouth, bunch of sharp teeth. It almost looks like it's walking on the bottom of the water. Yes, this one has lots of flaps of skin around its head, jaw. This one looks like a cartoon. It's just flat on the bottom. They're very flat. And then, yes, some of them or all of them have this protrusion thing, maybe one or two of them off the top of its head that I think it can move around, and it waves it around, and it's like, ooh, look at me, look at all, come over here, little fish, look at this fun thing flying around, maybe you want to eat it, you want to try to get it, look, ooh, I'm bringing you close to my mouth, and I ate you. Also monkfish. Okay, I have to say that the family name is Lophiidae. Lophiidae. There's 2 eyes in there. Oh, the goosefish. Okay, I think goosefish is not the right name. Seems like there's monkfish maybe is better, but I don't know. I don't know how it's related to monks at all. It's got to have a new name. We got to rename this thing. Can we start a campaign to rename the goosefish? Oh, that one has starfish on its head. Honk. This next entry is goose flesh. One word, noun from circa 1810. Oh, now here's an interesting thing. I don't think I've heard of this. The synonym is goosebumps. So that's another term for the bumpy skin when you get cold or excited or afraid or something. Goose flesh. Yeah, it's like they took the flesh of a plucked goose and put it on you. Honk. Next is goosefoot. One word. Noun from 1548. Any of a genus or family of glabrous herbs, or is it glabrous? With fruit that is a utricle. Okay, well, we got to go back to glabrous. Where's that? Where's glabrous? I need to know. I need to remind myself what this means, because how could you remember anything from reading all of these thousands of words? Let's see. Glabrous. It means smooth. Smooth. Well, when you have the goose bumps, the goose flesh, you are not glabrous anymore. So the goose foot is this herbs that are smooth herbs. The genus name is Canopodium, and the family name is Canopodiaceae. That's the goosefoot family. I definitely think I need to look up a goosefoot. Now here's the thing: if I type in just goosefoot, it's here we go. Goosefoot's plant. The plural is goosefoots and not goosefeet for some reason. And let's look up some pictures. I'm just seeing leaves. And yeah, there's maybe some fruits and some flowers, but mostly it's green leaves. And I guess they're smooth. Okay. It has a utricle, whatever that is. Honk. That's such a confused goose. Next is goosegrass. One word, noun from 1530. Oh boy, this is definitely the goose episode. Number 1, the synonym is cleavers. Like literally the things to cut plants and trees and stuff? Number 2, the synonym is yard grass. So is that just the regular grass that you plant in your yard that you have growing in your yard? Yard grass, goose grass. Okay, yeah, it's just like a grass or an herb or it's a plant. That's what it is. Maybe the gooses eat the goose grass. They definitely probably walk on it, and you know what? They also poop on it. Oh, when you gotta be you gotta blah 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 blah. You gotta be aware when you're walking in an area where the geese have been. You gotta watch out for the goose poop. Those little weird multicolored cylinders. Nah. Okay, next is honk. Gooseneck. One word, noun from 1688. You will remember, and I just said it a little bit ago, you will remember that I said I think they should be called swan necks because a swan's neck is longer and skinnier, I think, than a goose's. So, number 1, for gooseneck, something curved like the neck of a goose or U-shaped. And an example could be a flexible jointed metal pipe. For work, sometimes we have these microphones that there's a base, and then there's a long, skinny thing, and then there's a microphone at the end of it, so you can move it around, bend it a little bit, and those are called gooseneck mics because it's something curved, long, and flexible. We really got to rename them to swan neck. I think this is a campaign that we need to have. We've come across a number of things that are named for gooses that should not be named for gooses. And I'm going to have nightmares about this. Number 2, for gooseneck, it is a truck trailer with a projecting front end, a projecting front end, designed to attach to the bed of a pickup truck. A truck trailer example would be for transporting livestock with a projecting front end designed to attach to the bed of a pickup truck. I'm trying to visualize this. It's the trailer that goes behind. But why is it called a gooseneck? I'm gonna look up gooseneck trailer. Oh yes, I see. I have definitely seen these. Okay, so the reason is yes, the thing. Imagine your flatbed truck. You know, a truck where you've got people who can sit in the front and then just a big old flat space in the back. This gooseneck trailer has a big thing that protrudes over the front, so you can then hook it over, I think, the bed of a truck or hook it onto something. Maybe not a flatbed truck, something. But yeah, it's got a big, long, bent over gooseneck kind of thing. And you know what? Yeah, I guess it looks like a funky gooseneck. And then this trailer has a long, flat bottom, and you can goose it. You can goose the gooseneck trailer. All right, next, let's move on to honk. Goose pimples, noun from circa 1889. And yes, I think a lot of you are like, oh, of course, I know what goose pimples are. The synonym is goosebumps. We should look up where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? Where in the world do they say goose pimples? Because this is a very regional thing. Where in the world do they... Yes, I meant to say and not saw. Let's see. People say goose pimples mainly in the UK, parts of the US like Colorado, Pennsylvania, and Texas, and some other English-speaking places like Canada and Australia. So if you are in any of those places, you might have been like, yes, goose pimples. That's my goosebumps. Let's see. Anything else to say about this? Goose flesh. Yeah, many languages use similar bird skin comparisons, such as, chicken skin. In Spanish, they say piel de gallina. Piel de gallina is chicken skin. And in German, they say Gansehaut, which is goose skin. Okay, now we have to look up, of course, where in the world do they say goosebumps? And it's going to be the US, Canada, UK, Australia. It's all the same places. All right, it's fine. I think we're good with that. What do you prefer? Let me know. Do you vote for goose pimples? Do you vote for goose flesh? Do you vote for goosebumps? Which one of those? I should put a thing on the social media for that. Okay, moving on to honk. Goose step. 2 words with a hyphen. This is an intransitive verb from 1879. Number 1, to march in a goose step. The action of goose stepping. But what is a goose step? We shall learn that soon. Number 2, to practice an unthinking conformity. You just hurt me. You just hurt me in the head. Dictionary. You hurt me so good. To practice an unthinking conformity. Do I need to look this up? Do I need to dig deeper into this? What is this? Is my brain just not smart enough to understand what we're talking about? Is it clear to everybody else? Very possibly. Okay. I think I'm getting where this is going. Yes, it's all starting to come together. Well, I think what we should do then is we should actually go on to our next entry, and then I will come back to describe this more for myself and for other people who don't know what it means. Unthinking conformity? Yeah, makes total sense now. Honk. Now we have goose step, 2 words, noun from 1806. It is a straight-legged or legged, stiff-kneed step. A straight-legged, stiff-kneed step used by troops of some armies when passing in review. And I think that typically, if I remember correctly, the Nazis were doing a goose step. They were doing this very straight-legged, stiff-kneed step. No bending of the knees for them. Nope, they don't have time for that. They got it. And so, I don't like this. So, to tie this all together, basically the idea is that if you were the type of person who was doing this goose step, you were in the military, and, again, let's bring the Nazis into it because, why not? They're terrible, and we should knock them down a whole lot of pegs. And, a lot of them were just like, I was just doing my job, murdering all those people. And so they were just conforming to what everybody else was doing and what they were being told to do by the people up top, and they were not thinking about it. So unthinking conformity, when they were not literally doing the goose step, but acting in that world of the military and just going along with what everybody else is doing, and they're all doing the goose step, then that's why a goose step verb is to practice an unthinking conformity. Don't love that. Don't think, people. I think, first of all, we got to think. Sometimes that's hard. And also, you need to be original, be unique, be yourself. Don't necessarily conform to what the rest of the people are doing, especially when it comes to murdering people. Hurting and murdering people. Okay, let's not do those things. Instead, let's go to our last goose word. Honk. It's goosey. Adjective from 1811. It's probably going to be like bumpy skin, long skinny neck. It is. What is it? Number 1, resembling a goose. Oh, that trailer looks so goosey. Number 2, A. Affected with goosebumps. The synonym is scared. So if you are scared by something and it gives you goosebumps, you are goosey. Ooh, look at you. You're so goosey. Number 2, B. Very nervous. I think that would also be related to the goosebumps, goose flesh, goose pimples. I think we should come up with a 4th one. What else could it be? Goosebumps, goose flesh, goose pimples, goose. I can't think of anything. My brain is like, no, there's nothing else. Goose. Like, what else is bumpy like that? Goose hills. Goose hills. Okay, number 2C. Reacting strongly when goosed or startled. I am feeling goosey because you poked me between my buttocks with an upward thrust. That would very much startle me. And now I'm feeling goosey. Loosey goosey? Okay. Let's move on to honk. It's go out. Go out. 2 words. Verb from before the 12th century. Is it only intransitive? I think it is only intransitive. Number 1A. To go forth, abroad, or outdoors. Specifically, to leave one's house. Don't make me go out. I don't want to go out there in the world. It's a fire. Sometimes literally. Recently, we've had ash in the air. Go forth abroad or outdoors. Just go out. Oh, it's probably good to go out sometimes. I try to go out. I mean, I go out for work, and then sometimes I just go home or to my movie theater, which is not my home, but it's inside. Okay. 1B1. To take the field as a soldier. I'm a soldier. I'm goose stepping, and I was in my barracks, and you said I gotta go out and go do some murdering, so I'm gonna go out. 1B2. To participate as a principal in a duel. What are we talking about? The duel of the shooting, the duel of the glove smacking. What sort? Fencing, sword play, maybe. I guess, yeah. If you are participating in a duel, one of the principal people in a duel, then you would be going out to shoot or stab. 1C. To travel as or as if a colonist or immigrant. To travel as a colonist or immigrant or similar to that. So yeah, I guess so this takes the go forth abroad outdoors to the next level. It is abroad. If you are an immigrant, you have left your home country and you have gone out of your home country and gone to another country. Hopefully for a better life, and hopefully you don't get arrested and murdered. 1D. To work away from home. Go out of the place that you were in. That's it. Now, we have 2A. To come to an end. Oh, yes, this podcast episode is going out. We are actually getting close to that. It's gradually going out to the end. The movie is ending. It's going out, and then we shall go out of the movie theater, go to the outside, and then we will go in home. 2B. To give up office. The synonym is resign. So they are going out of their office. I think it's pretty clear. 2C. To become obsolete or unfashionable. Those trends, those fashion trends that I have been definitely a part of my whole life. They are going out of style, not in style anymore. I think because I'm never in style, that means I'm always in style. Go out. Never. 2D1. To play the last card of one's hand. Oh, don't you hate it when other people, they go out. Like, I'm out. Oh, did you just go out? Did you get rid of all of your cards in your hand when we were playing this card game? Damn, man, I was so close. I just needed one more. The next turn, I was gonna go out, but you went out. I'm very disappointed in the way this hand went. 2D2. To reach or exceed the total number of points required for game in cards. For game in cards? I think it should be for a game in cards. To reach or exceed the total number of points required for a game in cards. Go out. Yeah, okay, so similar to the getting rid of all your cards in your hand. You got points. Number 3. To take part in social activities. Let's go take part in some social activities. Oh, do those social activities happen inside of our house? No, they do not. They happen outside. That means I gotta go out. I gotta put on clothes. I gotta get myself ready. I gotta shower. Come on, what are you making me do? Go participate in social activities. That takes so much effort. Number 4, to go on strike. Like going out on the street where everybody can see that you are on strike, walking around in a circle like that. Number 5, the synonyms are break and collapse. Ooh, like what is breaking? What is collapsing? Your resolve, your constitution, economy. It's gone out. It's about just coming to the end. And number 6, to become a candidate, as in went out for the football team. Go out, try out. That would be, I think, another. Yep. Let me go be a candidate for the football team. I'm going, if you let me join your football team, I shall make sure that everybody has water when they need it. If you let me become a part of your football team, I am going out for the football team. All right, we got just a couple more. Next is honk. Go over, 2 words, verb from 1645. It is only intransitive. Number 1, to make one's way, as in going over to the store for supplies. Going over. I am just going to make my way to the store because I need some food. I made my way to the store. I went over to the store recently because I bought the wrong thing, so I had to make my way over there and then make my way home. I went out. Number 2, to become converted. Oh, so go over, like go over from what you were doing, what group you were with. You went over to the other side, the dark side. They said, you know what, come over here. We're going to convert you to this. It's much cooler than those people over there. You want to be with these people over here. All right, I'll go over. Do I have to go out? Yes. Okay, maybe I'll stay home. Number 3A, to win approval. The synonym is succeed. The example is, glad it went over. Oh, I'm so glad that you won approval, that it succeeded. When you did your presentation, it went over so well with all of those old white guys in the board. I hope this podcast goes over well with you. Are you enjoying it? If you are, obviously you got to share this. This is how those things get out there. When you are not a celebrity and your content isn't, something incredibly, well, it's unique, it's different, and it's amazing. So yeah, hope this goes over with you. Number 3B, to be received. As in, the film went over well. Well, yeah, that's very similar to the last one, which is why it's 3A and 3B. To be received. Here's the thing, the main difference is the first one is about approval. It succeeded, very good. The second one, it just exists, to be received. It's very neutral in that way. But then when you say the film went over well, that word is the one that's making it more positive. But just in general, the film went over. It could have went over well. It could have went over crappy. How does it go over with you? Honk. Next is GOP, the beginning of our short GOP section. So this is all caps. It is an abbreviation for, this is why I always forget this, Grand Old Party. And that means Republican. So the Republican Party in the United States is called the GOP because it stands for Grand Old Party, which feels so old. And it makes sense. Okay. Anyway, let's move on to our very last entry for this episode before we go out in a ball of flames. Honk. GOPer. GOP, all caps, with an ER. It is a noun from 1951. It is a member of the GOP, of course. GOPU. All right, let's pick a word of the episode. That is the very important thing that we have to do right now. We had goose, gooseberry, goose bumps, goose egg, goose fish, goose flesh, goose foot, goose grass, goose neck, goose pimples, goose step, goosey, go out, go over, GOP, and GOPer. There's a lot of good ones. What am I going to pick? Let's see. We got the pimples. We got the flesh. We got the bumps. Do we just pick goose? Don't you goose me. I don't want it in my butt. Don't you goose me. Stick it in your own butt. All right. I'm going to talk about a movie. This next movie that I saw is The Legend of Ochi. I saw this on a plane, and it's very... it's unique, fantastical. There are these mythical, or I would say fictional sort of ape monkey creatures, and this young girl finds a young one, and it is very cute. And what I really, really appreciated is that they used, I think, a lot of practical effects, practical puppets for this Ochi, and it's worth it just for that. It's very, very good and realistic, and I'm sure that they use CGI here and there too. But yeah, I enjoy a good practical puppet. That's going to be the end of this episode. We are going out in style. Until next time, this is Spencer dispensing information. Goodbye.